That's America's Cup 76. You gotta give them some trouble. Who has the right of way? That's
We don't stop the taxi. We have
Hi, I'm Stan Lander, and I'm the head instructor at Modern Sailing School and Club located in Sausalito, California, near the Golden Gate Bridge. I started to sail when I was a teenager, when I was a counselor in training at a summer camp located on Clear Lake, California. We would go sailing on our small dinghies. The lake was warm, so it was fun to go out, flip the boats over and race with each other and have fun just sailing up and down the lake. And I caught the sailing bug at that time. When I left school a long time ago and in a different universe, I joined the U.S. Coast Guard and did that for 20 years. I served aboard mostly large offshore Coast Guard cutters, and my specialty was search and rescue, law enforcement, and military operations. When I left the Coast Guard, they said, well, you've got enough experience, you can sit for any license you want to sit for. And I said, well, I want to do fun things, booze cruises and sailing classes. And so that led to me getting my license. Tours around the bay were most of the time very fun and enjoyable, but there's nothing quite like teaching somebody the art of sailing. And it was more interesting to be interactive with individuals who were learning how to sail. I started Modern Sailing back in 2002 as the first cruising catamaran instructor on a Seawind 1000. It was extremely fun, and it was like sailing a big Hobie cat on San Francisco Bay with all the winds, and I really enjoyed that. And having students, that meant you have crew, so we all took our turns at different positions and learned how to sail the boat. From there, I started teaching the various classes, all the way from the basic all the way up through celestial navigation. And I found it always fun to work with the students and see them grow in their skills and their knowledge. I've had experiences where like the elements were perfect. The wind was perfect, the boat's properly trimmed and sailing fine, and you can't imagine a better environment or a better task. And of course, you always remember the very challenging stories. And like one time I went from San Francisco to Half Moon Bay, and the wind was out of the south over 25 knots, gusting up to as high as 35 knots, and a 6-hour trip took us 15 hours. The waves were kind of like a big washing machine, and it was raining and nasty, but when we got into Half Moon Bay and got the anchor down, you really had this sense of accomplishment that we had been out in the elements and we survived and we made it as a group. I would say I have sailed thousands of miles where most everything went right and it was enjoyable, and you're with your family and your friends. And my most favorite sailing memory is sailing with my family in Biscayne Bay and dragging my 2 school-aged daughters behind the boat so that they could look at the fish underneath the boat. The thing I like most about sailing is it's a lifelong leisure pursuit. You can be young, you can be old, you can be in good shape, you can be disabled. There's room for everybody to participate in some form of sailing. Now, sailing is a very wide list of activities. You can do everything from an elite athlete competition down to just loafing along on a bay or a lake or along the coast and just relaxing. You can pick what you want to do and what activity you want to be in. So that's why I stayed with sailing, and I'm still doing it, and I find that no matter how long I've been sailing, every day I go out, I learn something new and I get a little bit better at my skills. I would encourage anyone to try sailing and see if they like it. The main thing about sailing is you have to focus on the task and you have to solve problems all the time. Doing that just makes you more self-confident and more self-reliant, and it also makes you more social because you have to work with your crew and your family members to get most complicated things done. San Francisco Bay is quite challenging. There are places that are tougher than San Francisco Bay, and there are times even in the cruising grounds where the wind kicks up and the seas kick up and you'll find yourself challenged. When your students get done here, they can just about sail anywhere in the world. There's a few places tougher than San Francisco Bay, but not many.
Don't go up with it. Hold your course. And that guy has right away over on everybody. Saturday afternoon on San Francisco Bay. And they say this is safer than out there.